All right. Good morning, cyber traders, and happy Monday. Welcome back. Hopefully, everyone had a great weekend. Good to see you all, everybody. So, wow, what a busy week last week. So, we had the Cyber Expo. We had some great speakers. We had some great promos and everything. So, really happy everyone had the opportunity to benefit from that. I know we'll have some videos up there. We posted up there. Hopefully, you guys watch over the weekend. But just some really, really great content. It was really nice. And I know you guys had phase two on Friday. So, I know we had a couple of nice little runners in the stock market over the weekend. I don't know if anybody caught on to it, but President Trump cut a deal with the European Union. So it looks like that is a real, real big win as in the market goes. The market looks like it's doing pretty well. It's funny, Dow's not up as much as I thought it would be though. But yeah, everything a lot of green on that on the watch list. I love this look of it. Pretty much everything that's on there is, that's red is pretty much just like some small cap stock or whatever. But a lot of good moving. A lot of our swing trades doing pretty well. I love the RTX trade. I doubled down on that one. It was a good buy down here when it took a big hit. But yeah, they're going to be buying a lot of military. They're going to buy even Boeing. They're going to buy a lot of energy from us. So that's a really good sign. And they're going to invest about 600 billion in the United States. So yeah, that all looks pretty good. So the stock market is just loving all of it. The other big news is obviously this week we got the Fed meeting that's going to come up. Obviously, there's nothing going to be expecting there. So we still got some earnings coming out this week, but it's been what's crazy is that you look at some of these stocks, you're like, is it too late to buy them? And remember, it's never too late. Other than maybe it's too early to buy them, but it's never too late. And there's a lot of good moving stocks out there. We're going to check them out. Let's talk about Friday, what we had last week. But before we do that, I know we have a lot of new members that are joining us this week. So if you're new here to Cyber Trading University, we always like to tell you, if this is your first week, welcome to the family, welcome to the team. Fasten your seatbelts because there's a lot of cool stuff you're going to be seeing. Please do not buy anything we talk about. You're only here to watch, all right? And you're only supposed to see how the other traders think for themselves. Because remember, at the end of the day, you have to hit the button, not us, all right? So you're going to see a lot of great runners. You're going to see some stocks up 200, 300, 400%, and they'll continue to go up. And then you'll see some good shorts. You'll see some good consolidation. You'll see good breakouts. So just try to be here within the first hour or the last hour. That's the most volatile times of the market. So sit back and enjoy, and welcome to the team. All right. And by the way, if you're watching on social media, you got the little QR code on the top left-hand corner. You could always join us whenever you like. Now, regarding about last week, let's just go over some of the stocks that did have some nice moves. And honestly, I'm quite shocked at some of them. They're still continuing to move. So anyway, the Joby has been doing great. So this stock right here had a big correction, came down, and I looked at them like, you know what, this stock could break out. So I want you to keep back on Joby. Joby making an HOD right here. So we've been a big fan of that stock, not only on the day trade, but on the swing trade. Just in July, it was $10. It's up almost 100%. And just when you thought it was done, it wasn't. It backed off and now made a new high. That one did well. It did well on Friday and did well on Thursday, Friday, and it's moving back up again. LIDR, another big runner up from Friday, and it's continued to move up again this morning. We're going to put that one on the watch list, LIDR. And I just want to check on level 4 really quick. Let's go see where the iceberg orders are. What do you say, right? So LIDR. Let me get some data here. Just let it load up. And see if you see any good iceberg orders on this one. All right, so we got some buyer out here showed up here at 5. You pulled his order, but the real big sellers at 6 and 580. So we have a little bit of a game plan. You can see right there, there's 6 as the highs. So we'll be a little cautious on that one. I'm not a huge fan of it, but it's okay. Now, a couple other ones, just a few more. MCVT, another big mover on Friday. That stock was $2, went to a whopping $14 in the after hours. Are you kidding me? Oh, my God. What a great afternoon runner. Anyway, she's coming down now, so Could it be a short squeeze? That's kind of weird because usually on a Friday, when you're talking 5 o'clock in the afternoon, when everyone's already gone, how that thing made a big move like that? That's pretty interesting, extraordinary too. Let's put that on the B list. Another stock that did really well on Friday. Two more I want to hit up. SMX. That one is obviously going to go back on the watch list. That was good on Friday, and it's moving again this morning. SMX. And also Tesla had a really good move on Friday too. So for some of you, if you were able to get when it took this big hit right here on the earnings announcement, you did pretty well. You did. Remember, we don't trade TSL. We don't trade TSLA. We trade TSLL. So if you got in, I actually bought more. So I think I got in right around here. No, I think I ran around here. I think after the market opened up. So I bought some more right around the like 1080. So that one kind of worked out pretty well. But anyway, so those stocks obviously coming from Friday and last week did pretty well. Now, there were a couple other ones too I want to bring up. And Chuck, thanks for sharing that. Okay. The OKLO, a lot of and they're moving up again. So all these nuclear stocks are still very, very strong. Now, everything about AI that's going, and there's one more too, SMR too. Put that one up there. SMR is the other one too. So these have been great swing trades. Now, listen, if you're anti-nuclear, whatever it is, I just tell them, just short the stock. Let me know how that works out for you. You can't, listen, it's just AI is taking over. All the solars can't handle it. They need power, okay? So nuclear is going to step in. You got a new administration. They're going to be pushing these things. They're smarter. They're faster. They're stronger. They put a lot more power, and these stocks are benefiting from it big time. So you could see even the stock SMR first week in July. I mean, look at this thing. It was down to 34. It's already at 53. So they're up almost a double. Since May, they were down to 17. I mean, these things are up about 300%. So they're doing great, these nuclear stocks, and they're still strong. Is it too late to jump in? Well, that's what day trading is all about. So we'll see how these stocks trade. But these stocks are going back on the watch list. They're looking great. All right, let's go see what's moving on this morning, though. And there are a couple of stocks. This one, the CELC, she's up a lot. She went up huge. She was up to 60, dropped down to 40. I'm going to pass on this. This is going to be too volatile for some of us right here. The VAPE gapped up pretty big. I'm going to scratch this one. But this one, on the other hand, it's a new IPO. It just went public not too long ago. She's up a little bit this morning. We'll put this on the list. VWAV. That one's not bad. Still a huge fan of it. This one, tier sizes, very small. Looks like a category 4 maybe. I'm probably going to pass on this one right here. Also, MCVT, a stock that did really well on Friday too. And like I said, it moved up a lot, but now she's trending down. I'm going to scratch that one too. SMX is a lot better. Okay, that's the one that was good from Friday and is kicking in today. Let me go check out some iceberg orders out here. SMX. Let me see where the big block orders are. Somebody on YouTube says, thank you, Fausto. What is the name of the study you see the overflow? It's called level 4. That's this right here. Okay. And if you want to come and learn more about it, hey, just send me an email and I'd be happy to send you the link to watch a quick video on it. Okay. All right. So anyway, this stock right here has got some big orders that are showing up right here. Guy canceled, came back, canceled. You can see that the big orders are out. It looks like it's having a tough time breaking the $4. And you can see that it's a little out of the way, but 350 does have resistance levels there. A little bit better of a stock that we want to trade. MJID, 22%. New IPO. I'm going to pass on that one. TRUG. Nope. Ugly spread, ugly charts. Everything we don't want to stay away from. Everything we want to stay away from. XXII. We traded the stock before. $250 stock. Stock got destroyed. She's up a little bit this morning. We'll put this on the B list. That's a good bottom fish. Love that right there. Losers, we're getting a little bit of a bounce on SIDU. The stock got destroyed, $2, come up a little bit. It's not a pharmaceutical stock. That's a good sign. So maybe SIDU, put that on the B list. Maybe we'll get a dead cat bounce on that one. New York Stock Exchange, anything there? This thing is just taking off right now, but ugly spread. Came out with some great news, I guess. $5 stock, up almost 300%. AIM, we'll put that on the B list. ETU, these are all, nope. These are all ETFs. Yeah, scratch all those. Here's that short squeeze. Remember SQNS? We had fun with that stock. Remember, it went from $1.80 to about $6. Now it's coming back down. That's cool. That's a short squeeze right there. That was fun. We did well. We did well with that stock. You know, remember, when they go up fast, they come down twice as fast. That's why you got to be really, really careful with them. All right, so I think that pretty much does it. It's Monday. It was a beautiful week here in New York. A lot of people are coming back. It is extremely hot today. A lot of people went away going in, you know, where I live in my town. So I'm not expecting to be super crazy in the market. But there are things that are moving. So let's just be pick and choose. Remember, usually we wait like the first 15 minutes on a Monday, maybe 30 minutes, 10 o'clock until the smoke clears, until people start realizing, hey, this is moving that. But we got a good list here going into the open. All right. Lynn. Yeah, Bill, I mean, I know you're kicking ass on that trade. I know you did really at that stock. That was a great call on ETHU. Good job. By the way, Bill, you saw that Bill sent me a picture over the weekend with Tom Sosnoff. And so he said hi. That was awesome. That's great. That's great that you met him. It's always nice to meet people like that when they're in your neighborhood. So whenever you guys get an opportunity, definitely do that. Open. Let's see that one right there. Open has been moving up pretty nicely. I like that call, Lynn. And Randy, that looks pretty nice. That stock we did really well with it. Looks like it's consolidating. Second day it's up. We'll put open on that list. Yeah, why not? We'll see how she opens up a little bit better. And then Pony from Wendy. Wendy's bringing a Pony. Pony looks really, really nice too. It's an AI stock. She's moving up pretty nice. Spread's a little ugly though. Just to be careful of it. Volume is good. She's not up super big. She's been going up every day, nice and slow. It's got some big resistance levels here around 20, but that one, I'll put that on the B list. So, yeah, we just add a few more stocks to the watch list. That looks awesome. All right, traders, so let's get ready for the market open up. We got about 15 minutes. I'll put this on all our social networks. You'll get on my alerts, X, Telegram. And then, like I said, if we see something, we'll say something, all right? Once again, if you're watching on social media, if you want to come join our trading room, you're more than happy to. We're here all day. Just take your phone, scan that little QR code right there, and you'd be happy to join our commentary. We have a live trading floor that runs all day. All right, guys, good luck, everyone. I'll see you about 15 minutes. Don't log out. We'll be right back.